Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome to the island paradise of Bora Bora. This is the new 2024 version of Boro Boro from Cli4D Designs, which is going to be actually launching tomorrow. But I've got this chance to give you a quick preview, and a huge thank you to Cli4D for giving the opportunity to me to do that. I do love his scenery. It's perfect for flying around in helicopters. It's a great place to practice helicopter flying, and he creates these wonderful kind of worlds of detail and atmosphere, and it really is an absolute pleasure to fly around them. We are going to be taking the Huey. Now, let me just explain. Some people seem to think that because you make YouTube videos, it's because you think you're an expert and you know exactly how to fly every single aircraft that you feature, and you are going to show people how it's done. This is not the case. I love helicopters. I absolutely adore the Huey. I've spent a lot of time in the last week or so flying the H145, which is a very different animal. So I now need to dial back in to the Huey, and Cli4D's scenery here is just a perfect place to do it because there's so many places to go to and see. And he's been working hard on improving this new version for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. He's changed some of the models. He's added some extra details and some points of interest. So this is a great helicopter to explore the area in, which is exactly what we're going to do now. I hope you've signed the insurance waiver. The flying ain't going to be perfect, but the scenery is. Let's get going. Right, so here we are. This really is a lovely area to be. Of course, Bora Bora is a South Pacific island northwest of Tahiti in French Polynesia, and it's certainly a wonderful place to do some flying. Now, while I remember, I just need to knock my zoom forward a bit. If anyone knows of a way to set default zoom in an aircraft, please do let me know, because I always find there are certain helicopters where you almost get too much of a fisheye lens effect. So I always knock the zoom forward just a little bit, and then that reduces it somewhat. Right. Okay, so what we're going to do is there's a lot to see here. I'm not going to show you everything because then that spoils some of the fun of actually exploring it yourself, but we will have a good old tour. I've mapped out something of a route that will take us around a good part of the island, and we can have a look at the scenery. And also for your entertainment and sniggering, I can get a bit of practice in the old Huey. So I'm just going to quickly check my physical controls. I have got the co-pilot with us today. How you doing, mate? Now, if ever there was a sarcastic, slow roll of the head in my direction, that was it. Very cheeky. I actually think he's a little bit nervous, but don't worry. We'll be fine. Okay, so let's get started. So, quick look up here. Circuit breakers are all in. Nothing to worry about here. That's okay there. Happy with that. We've got the anti-collision lights already set on. We don't need to worry about these lights here. We can now whack on the battery, and the old RPM thing goes off. So we'll just, there we go, get rid of that. What else have we got going on? That's okay. We've got force trim is on, hydraulics are on. That's good. Happy with that. So let's have fuel on. Excellent. This is one of those aircraft that I actually really get excited when I get into it. I actually get that feeling inside of excitement at the anticipation of flying it, and also, as I say, because I've been out of practice, having it absolutely kick my arse. Right, another quick look up here. That's fine. Starter generator is in that correct position. And our electrics are where they should be. That's all good. Quick check there. Yep, main generator is in the right position. Okay, so first of all, if I can get my knee out of the way, just roll. There we go, and then there we go. Just whack it back on that setting. So you can't see it because my knee was in the way, but just putting it into cut off and then just rolling it ever so slightly back so that the button pops out and we're just in that minimal position. And that way, touch wood, we won't blow up the engine. Okay, right, let's get going. And I will try and be quiet during this process because I want you to hear the wonderful sounds of the helicopter starting up. Taking the RPM to 40, then I'll release the starter. Temperature's good. Okay, so we're all good. Nice start. Close the door. Let's now have the starter generator off. Inverter to main. We can reset come back, reset the master caution. That's so good. We've got no amber lights here, which is a lovely fuzzy feeling, and we can gradually wind on the throttle now. I have had someone in a previous video comment on starting it with the door open, because surely you wouldn't do that because it would blow the door off. There's actually quite a few videos on YouTube of people starting Hueys with the door open, and I like doing it because I like the sound. So there. I guess it's so that if anything went wrong you could leg it out of the helicopter and run for the hills, but I'm not so sure. So just creeping the throttle open to the full position, being ever so gentle. There we go. This is a helicopter that will punish you if you fly it incorrectly. If you over torque it, for example, as I have never done before, of course, it will kick you on the arse. So we have to be a little bit careful. Right. So just looking over here and just checking my maps. Let's go. Something I have noticed actually with the Huey is that when you're at full chat, when you're on the ground like this, it sometimes has a tendency to drift. Like if I release the stick now, you can just probably make out it's drifting around a little bit on the helipad. So I guess that's just because we've got full power on, and obviously not something that would happen in the real world. But I think it's just one of those, maybe one of those 2024 things at the moment. But yeah, you've got to keep hold of the stick to stop that happening, which I wasn't doing because I was looking at some other things. Okay, let's go. Concentration time. Up on the collective. And we'll just come back a little bit. A lovely little spot that for taking off. Very picturesque view. Okay. a look. So there's the centre of the island. Sorry, I need to concentrate on flying. I think that's Mount Otomanu. It's a extinct volcano, but it's certainly very much a feature of the centre of the island. There's a nice little spot there to practice landing on. That's the wonderful thing about these things. Clifford is a helicopter fan, so he designs these sceneries. Where we started from, by the way, you can also start in a seaplane, it should be said, if you are fixed wing. But Clifford, being a helicopter fan, also adds in some nice, interesting little bits and pieces for you to land at. Now, I've had a shot. I just looked over at that ferry or cruise ship. It's a bit bigger than a ferry, isn't it? Let's go and have a look. I've had a shock at these things before. They have helipads painted on them. I think it's default scenery. They have helipads painted on them, and then when you go to land on them, you have a nasty shock when you go sinking through the deck. So let's just have a quick look and see what this has got. Seeing anything obvious. We could land on the tennis court. That would probably upset a few people. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I've got a feeling that if I tried to land on that, then we go sinking through it. So let's come back here. Oh, that rotor slap. Oh! Gorgeous. The sounds in this Huey really are exceptional. Let's come over the yacht club. See what I mean about the detail. Just incredible. You're enjoying it, aren't you, mate? He's gripping his knee in a slightly worrying fashion there. Okay, let's continue on up the coast a little bit. Got to say, it's lovely flying in a place like this. Very atmospheric. But I do have to be a little bit careful. You do have to concentrate with the Huey, there is no doubt about it. You can't afford to get carried away. Which is what I did on, I did a live stream not that long ago. I do live stream from time to time, by the way, believe it or not. Mainly in helicopters. Incidentally, there is a Discord. I'll put a link to it down below if you want to come along and say hello. But yeah, I was doing a stream, and I was getting carried away contouring with the scenery in the Huey, and I overtalked it. My speed got too high, overtalked the engine, and I had to do an auto rotation, which was quite interesting. Isn't it lovely? To the Boro Boro Yacht Club. I'm like, who the hell is this hooligan? Flying around in a helicopter, destroying our peace and quiet. Giving us some blade slap. Cheeky. So one of the things that Clifford is really good at is adding, as I say, little details. He was adding rocks and rock formations in a way that Microsoft Flight Simulator has tried to catch up a bit with now, but just was not doing in 2020 at all. And it's incredible how these little features can make a difference, especially when you're flying helicopters. If you're flying at 30,000 feet in an Airbus, you don't give a damn, but when you're flying around in helicopters or light aircraft, these details lower down do make a nice difference. And incidentally, if you're unsure about what a difference this makes, having this add-on, I heartily recommend that you fly the scenery without Cli4D's pack installed. Just fly it in default, and you'll see that a lot of these little places and little details aren't in here. But it's lovely. I keep getting distracted. That's the only thing with flying scenery like this. You get distracted by little details, and it's one of the wonderful things about it. In a helicopter, that you can actually go and explore. And I got distracted by that, and just suddenly realised that's the Boro Boro Yacht Club, where we've already been. So let's not mess about there. This looks like a nice little inlet. Nice little place to keep your boat. Sun lounges. Nice little resort base. Say hello to the happy holiday makers. Okay, let's head back over this way. Here's an interesting spot. Nice little marina down there. I think we should have a land on. Get some practice in. That's what we're here for. So slight bit of wind, but nothing much. One of the things I always have to remember in this helicopter, same with the Llama, is that different torque settings can have quite an effect on what you need to do with the pedal. Different collective settings, I should say. I'm trying to concentrate on flying and talking to you at the same time, not a good idea. A little bit loading this. Prang the helicopter, hey? Come over a little bit, that's it. And we are down. Let's have a look at the outside, the cam of shame. Well, that's not too bad. It looks like our skids have just tipped into the concrete a little bit, but that's okay. I think that probably it isn't meant to be a helipad, but I've just happened to land on it. You can see what I mean now. If I come down here, see how the helicopter is sliding. If I just and I'm in drone view, so I can't do anything about that. But that's kind of what was happening on the helipad to start off with. So worth watching that if you haven't already spotted it. and you're a Huey flyer, it could be that I just need to put in a bit of trim or something just to stop that happening. Okay, so we're going to take off. We got lumpy bumpy in front, we got trees to the left, so just need to be wary of that. Not much in the way of wind, a bit of a 3-knot wind coming from our right there. Back her up. And then we can proceed on our way. Can you see that kind of fisheye effect that I'm talking about? I don't know what it is. It seems to be much more obvious in 2024 than it was in 2020, and it's not necessarily the aircraft, I don't think. It's just that there are some aircraft where it's more obvious than others in 2024, and where you're flying helicopters where that kind of situational awareness and positioning, visual positioning cues are so important, it can be a bit distracting. Some nice little places there. I wonder what that is. Interesting. Steady on, we've got some rich guy in a yacht there trying to take out a smaller boat. Naughty, naughty. I was getting distracted by that. Let's have a look over here. This looks like a nice little spot. Look at these, oh, dolphins. Yeah, that's a lovely little spot. Watch the mast on the yacht. Now all the time you might be thinking, why on earth is he just circling and messing about? A, it's to have a look at the scenery, but B, it's all practice, it's all handling practice. Like I said at the start, I need to dial back into the Huey, and this is a good way of doing it, doing a bit of manoeuvring, just flying a lazy circle. Right, next stop. Let's go for some altitude. Let's go to the mountain. And I will resist singing any kind of song. Look at that water. Oh my lord. I'm meant to be climbing, but I want to get close to that. I love in this sim how that feeling of immersion, the scenery is so damn good. That feeling of immersion that you get, especially in a place like this, and where it's enhanced in the way that Cli4D has done it. It really does, I don't know, it just puts you there. Absolutely puts you there. Now from memory, I don't think there was anywhere kind of really good in 2020 to land on the top. But we'll have a look. We'll have a look. So we're just going to come over the top now. Just follow this ridge line a little bit. Get a view from a higher altitude. It's where we were before. That you can see the cruise ship over there, but we were flying over in that area. Sounds in this helicopter are just so beautifully immersive. So I'm just going to, we'll just track around here. I can see, oh, is that a hang glider? It's not a hang glider. It's a brave so-and-so. We'll give them plenty of berth. Yeah, there he is. Don't you worry. focus on the flying. Keeping that climb in. Let's see what we've got on top. Now, as tempting as that is, I just know that if I try and land on that, we're going to come flying off. But let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. What's the wind? 4 knots. 4 knots on the nose. It's kind of in the wrong direction for what I was thinking of doing, but let's have a look. And this is where the flying can get quite tricky, because your reference, your ground reference, of course, drops off. Far from ideal because I can't see a thing. So I'm just going to bring us over a little bit and then just gently see what. No, we're going through it. Okay, abort. So yeah, the helicopter is actually sinking through the rock there, so it's obviously not a particularly solid surface to land on, but it was worth a try. And up here now you can get a lovely view of just how beautiful this island is. Isn't it just absolutely stunning? Look at all those bungalows. It's actually quite unusual for me to be this high up in a helicopter. Normally I'm right down on the ground. So it's quite something. Stunning. Okay, let's lose some altitude. Let's get back down to the pretty stuff. And I'm going to do this gently. This is the kind of situation where I would suddenly start piling on the speed, but you get a good view of the ground. Look at it. This is just a playground to explore and practice your helicopter flying. Gorgeous. Let's avoid the hang glider. Just going to let us down. We'll fly round this ridge. Checking the speed. 100 knots. Descent, but watch the speed. Everything else is looking good. Make sure we're under the hang glider. He was up there. Don't want to ruin his day. He's come here for a quiet, peaceful hang glide in the mountains, and then some idiot comes along with a big spinning blender on the top of his cabin. Right, watch the speed. There you go. That's a good example. I got carried away with the scenery then, and the speed is creeping up. So just coming back on that. Let's calm it down, sunshine. There we go. Keep that speed nice and reasonable. we're heading over now to the Bora Boro. I can't read the, it's dive easy or something like that. Dive easy. Hard to tell. I'm just looking at a map over on my left. But got some lovely bungalows here. Having their cocktails on the beach. Now I haven't done a recce on this beach, so I've no idea how landable it is, but let's have a, we'll go in slowly. Try not to disturb the dolphins. The dolphins are like, oh blimey lads, get out of the way, here he comes, it's that idiot again. We saw him up at the mountains. Oh, sinking a little bit there. Really, that looks like quite a bank. I have a feeling there's a bit of an incline there. There's definitely some umbrellas. We don't want to be getting in the way of the umbrellas. We've got nothing really over there. What have we got over the top? Oh, is that a landing platform? Well, I don't think it's a helicopter landing platform. Well, let's have a look. Oh, rest that slide. This is where we lose visibility. Yeah, so let's use that building as the reference. And we've got plenty of space behind us, so let's just back her up. Visibility on that platform again because I've lost it. And I have a feeling that when we touch the skids on it, they might go through it, so I need to be a little bit careful. Still not visual with the platform. Moments like this, I suddenly realise just how tensed up I am on the controls, gripping it, hanging onto it for dear life. Just relax. Just relax. Turn a bit. Can we see the platform? There's the platform. Let's get control back again. Visual with the platform. This is going to be very difficult. That platform feels very small. And let's not suddenly drop it the last minute. So we've lost visual with the platform again. Having to work quite hard with the collective as well, because there's not much difference between keeping a stable hover and sinking. So I'm trying to maintain a vertical position whilst gently moving the horizontal position to find our platform, whilst also working the anti-torque pedals to stop us from turning. Right, there it is. Let's just bob over to the left, slide over, slide over, relax on the stick. You're not hanging onto it off the edge of a mountain, lad. very hard to land on something that you can't see. Okay, we're sinking. Up we go. So we landed on it, but you could probably see that it started to move down. So we're not going to hang about with that. We're not going to hang about with that. But again, blooming good practice for handling. Really is great. And that's what I love about this kind of scenery that Cli4D does, because it gives you plenty of opportunity to do that. By the way, hopefully you kind of understand that I'm not a traditional review channel as such. I don't do many reviews. I never ask a developer for a free copy to make a review. This channel tends to be more about just flying and you're coming along. But every now and again, I'm very lucky that a developer like Cli4D likes what I do and sees some kind of synergy and gives me a review copy, and if it's something that I know I'm going to enjoy, then I'll use it and show it to you. And that's what this is about. I'm showing you this not because I'm being paid to or trying to build the channel by doing reviews. I'm showing it to you because I actually genuinely absolutely love it. And as a sim helicopter pilot, it's just wonderful. It's an absolute gift to be able to have somewhere like this to practice flying helicopters. Right. Wow. I really got quite tensed up on the controls there, trying to land on that platform. It's very much a case of small movements and trying to reduce the number of movements that you're doing, and remain in control of the helicopter, which is all part of the fun. Okay, let's head over this way. Water really is superb, isn't it? Careful not to get too low, checking the speed. We're not going like a bat out of hell, we're just nice, gentle, slow meander around. That's what it's about, looking at scenery like this. It's very easy to just fly A to B at full whack. But it's nice to explore. Can you imagine how cool that water is? Jumping into it on a hot day. Oh man, I wish I was on holiday. But here I am in the spare room of my house, in a virtual world. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And I hope you are too. I hope you get it. It really is so much fun to make videos like this. It's we're coming up to the aquarium snorkeling location, according to the map. It's just through here by the looks of it. I just thread us through. Blade slap. I wonder if there's a track on Spotify for Huey blade slap, so that if you're having difficulty getting to sleep, you can just put that on. Yeah, so this is the this looks like the snorkeling location. You can Kind of see why you can see some rock formations in the water. What have we got here? No. For a moment then I thought I was seeing a helipad. How beautiful. Okay. Ooh, let's go and have a look at this. Looks like an interesting point. You can kind of see what Clifford's really good at doing is putting rock formations in. And this looks like a nice... This is... oh, yeah, it doesn't have the name on the map. But what a nice little... You see those rocks down by the side there now. Asobo have started doing that. They've started building that into their scenery in the way that Clifford does. But I would almost guarantee that those rocks down there have been placed by Clifford. His sceneries really are a labour of love. All these little hand-placed things that he puts in. Stunning. So yeah, this is going to be available. I'm going to put a link on the video. It's going to be available tomorrow, which will be Friday the 23rd, certainly UK time, Friday the 23rd of May. And I'll put a link to his Patreon down below. It's going to release there first, and then it'll be available in the stores. But I'm going to put a link to his Patreon because that's where you'll get it first. And also, it's nice to be able to support the developer directly. And Clifford is a good guy. One of those really nice people in simming that you come across who is a developer, but also absolutely loves flight sim himself, and you can tell that by the scenery that he produces. He's been doing some cracking stuff, some really nice scenery up in Norway as well. Well, Switzerland and Norway. If you want to check that out, the videos are on the channel. So let's wing over the top here, and down there we've got Hotel Bora Bora. Nice little yacht there. Getting a little bit distracted. Yeah, it's got a helipad. Come on then. Come on then. Are you not entertained? Okay, where's the wind? Wind is... oh, that's quite good. Wind is behind us. So, not a bad direction if we are then turning in on onto the boat. Right. Steady yourselves. You don't want to stand there, love. Not when Spinny McSpinny's coming in. Whoa, what happened then? Look at that. She's totally unimpressed by that, and I have a feeling that when we pop outside, we're going to see why. Oh! That's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be way off. But as it is, we're only a little bit off. Look at that. 2 pilots. Hey, ladies. Look at those helicopter pilots. Wow. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm a little bit chuffed. I didn't think it was going to be quite so close as that. It certainly doesn't feel it in the cockpit, but I think that's just because we're in the right seat, and maybe because the zoom lens effect and that kind of thing, it does make it seem a little bit more offset than it actually is. But that was fun. That was a classic example of one of the things I love about helicopter flying is that there is a certain aspect of it that feels a bit like meditation. And because you are so focused, you are so in the moment, that it's I find it a really enjoyable experience. I really do, and that was a good example of that. Okay, let's start focusing on flying again. So we need to back away from the yacht. Back away from the yacht. Back away from the ladies who are now on the phone to the local police saying, here, there's some Herbert who's just flown in a helicopter and landed on our yacht. That's a nice little resort there, isn't it? Very nice. Okay, we will, yeah, we need to hop over this away. That looks realistic, doesn't it? Sorry if I got a bit carried away landing on the yacht there, by the way. I was genuinely quite relieved and chuffed that it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it had been. Let's have a quick look down here. There's our helipad, which is where we're going to land. This is where we started off. And I vaguely remember, I did a video here some time ago. It's a good, if you want to, apart from the 407 video, if you want to have a look and see what Cli4D's 2020 looks like in, Cli4D Boro Boro, sorry, looked like in 2020. I did a video in the Cowan Sim H130 here, and I actually landed, I actually finished the video on that, I've just recognised it, on that running track there. So Cli4D, I'm sure Cli4D has added this. I don't remember this helipad being there, or being there in that detail anyway, so yeah, it's rather lovely. Okay, let's get back into serious flying mode again. So that was rubbish, so we're going to come away again. So what happened there was I was high and I was fast, and I put the brakes on, but the brakes came on too soon, and also we had lost a bit of height, so I'm just going to come back again. Come back again. Is so inviting. My little room, which is overheating with the rig, it would be quite nice to jump in that water. Okay, focus. There we are. Wow, that was fun. I hope it was fun for you. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Beautiful scenery to fly around, do a bit of practice flying in. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, look at him. Acting all cool and nonchalant, like he doesn't care. But I know that somewhere in that grey bone dome, mate, behind those shades, behind that tight-lipped grimace, you loved every second of that, didn't you? Yeah, all right. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining the flight. I hope you enjoyed it. Do check out Clifford's Patreon if you want to pick this up. I'll also put a link to his Facebook page as well down below. And if at any point this video made you smile, it brought you some entertainment, it was of interest to you, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I hate saying that, but I'm told that you have to do that once in a while. I've always kind of thought if someone likes a video enough, they're going to subscribe anyway, but I have been told that apparently you have to actually point it out. But anyway, enough of that. Great having you along. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the channel again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.